Tikulandireni chigawo chino chamasana pompano pa Parliament Broadcasting pomwe tikupitiriza kupatsirani zokambirana za phungu kuno ku nyumba ya malamulo. Kummawaku unduna woona za umoyo unayankha mafunso kuchokera kwa aphungu, ndipo aphungu asanu ndi mmodzi 6 apereka malipoti a m'maderawo m'nyumbayi. Tikuyembekeza kuti aphungu apitiriza zokambiranazi ndi malipoti a m'maderawo masana ano. Welcome back to our live coverage of the third meeting of parliamentary proceedings in the 52nd session right here on Parliament TV. Area Honorable Minister of Health and Sanitation responded to questions from honorable members, and 6 honorable members presented their statements. These are statements from their constituencies. This afternoon, we expect the House to continue with the presentation of constituency statements. My name is Fanny Mbwana. Stay tuned for the afternoon deliberations.
Welcome back, honour members. I hope you had a good lunch and already had moved to give government the day. I will recognize the leader.
First, Deputy Speaker, as moved area, we will start with government business, B, subsidiary registration, 2, Roman numeral 1 and 2. Thereafter, we'll proceed to ministerial statements. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Item 4B, Government Business, Subsidiary Legislation. The Honorable Minister of Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism to lay papers at the table.
Honourable Minister of Trade and Industrialization.
Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to present the papers standing in my name under item 4B, 2, numeral 1, and item 4B, 2, numeral 2 of the order paper. Thank you.
Sergeant at Arms, Honour Minister, continue rising until we dispose of the business. Please, thank you. Honour Minister, do you want to speak to your two reports?
No, Deputy Speaker. I beg to move that they be referred to the relevant committees of Trade and Legal Affairs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honour Minister. So the two reports will be referred to the Parliamentary Committee on Legal Affairs and Trade and Industry Committee of this House. Thank you. Leader?
Yeah, we are now, First Deputy Speaker, move to government business. A, ministerial statement. 2. We'll start with 1 and then move to 2. I'm sorry. We'll start with the Honorable Minister of Gender, Children, Disability and Social Affairs, Welfare, to present a statement on the mental health. So we'll start with the one on mental health. I submit. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Table.
Item 4A, Government Business, Ministerial Statement. The Honorable Minister of Gender, Children, Disability and Social Welfare to present a statement on mental health, psychosocial well-being and rising incident of suicide in Malawi.
Honour Minister, you have the floor. Honour Minister, you can proceed to the dispatch box.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to present the ministerial statement. I rise to present a ministerial statement on the growing challenge of mental health, psychosocial well-being, and the increasing incidence of suicide in Malawi. First Deputy Speaker, mental health is no longer solely a health sector issue. It is a social, economic, and development issue that affects families, communities, workplaces, and the nation as a whole. A mentally healthy, productive, resilient, and able to contribute meaningfully to national development. Conversely, poor mental health undermines education, employment, family stability, community cohesion, and economic growth. First, Deputy Speaker, modern day life presents many pressures that affect people's mental well-being. The rising cost of living, unemployment, poverty, family breakdown, gender-based violence, alcohol and substance abuse, chronic illness, natural disasters, humanitarian emergencies, and uncertainty about the future have all contributed to increasing levels of stress and emotional distress. Young people face academic pressures, unemployment, and limited economic opportunities, while many adults struggle to meet family responsibilities amid economic hardship. The expansion of digital technology has also brought new challenges, including cyberbullying, online harassment, and social media abuse. Recent humanitarian crises, including the xenophobia attacks on Malawians living in South Africa, have further exposed many citizens to trauma, grief, displacement, and loss of livelihoods. When these stressors remain unresolved, they can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental conditions. Emotional distress often results in poor concentration, reduced productivity, family conflict, violence, substance abuse, social isolation, and in severe cases, self-harm and suicide. The increasing number of suicide cases being reported across the country is therefore a matter of serious national concern that demands a coordinated national response. First Deputy Speaker recognizes that mental health and psychosocial support are essential components of social protection and human development. Through my ministry, First Deputy Speaker, we are working closely with the Ministry of Health and our development partners. Government has strengthened mental health and psychosocial support MHPSS services over the past few years. These services include psychological first aid, group interpersonal therapy, narrative exposure therapy, psychosocial counseling, community awareness and psychosocial education, online counseling referral systems, and case management. Government has also developed the National Mental Health and Psychosocial Support Guidelines and the National Suicide Prevention Framework to guide coordinated implementation across sectors. We have built national capacity by training social workers, teachers, police officers, first community volunteers in psychosocial interventions. Community-based programs have reached thousands of children, parents, caregivers, while specialized therapeutic services continue to support individuals affected by trauma and emotional distress. First Deputy Speaker, sir, despite this progress, the demand for mental health services continue to outpace available resources. Mental health services remain largely concentrated in health facilities and social welfare offices, yet most people first seek help within their families and communities. Government, therefore, intends to shift from a predominantly clinical approach to a comprehensive community-based mental health system that promotes prevention, early identification, timely support, and effective referral. Mental health and psychosocial support, First Deputy Speaker, are integrated into existing community structures, including schools, social protection programs, faith-based organizations, and humanitarian response programs. This approach will bring services closer to the people while reducing stigma and encouraging early help seeking. Recognizing that mental health challenges affect people in every sector, government will progressively extend mental health and psychosocial support services to workplaces and public institutions, including parliament, schools, and other government institutions. These services will promote emotional well-being, stress management, counseling, and timely referral for specialized care. First Deputy Speaker, sir, to improve accessibility, government also intends to establish a national toll-free line mental health and psychosocial support through which experiencing emotional distress will be able to confidentially access counseling, psychosocial first aid, information, and referral services. This initiative will complement existing online platforms and particularly benefit young people and those living in hard-to-reach areas. Government will also strengthen male engagement in mental health promotion, suicide prevention. Available evidence indicates that men account for the majority of reported cases in Malawi. This calls for targeted interventions that encourage men and boys to seek help early, discuss emotional challenges, and access appropriate psychosocial support without fear of stigma. Government will also work with traditional leaders, faith-based organizations, workplaces, community groups to promote positive mass scrutiny. While men can freely discuss mental health and also access counseling services. First Deputy Speaker, social workers are at the center of community mental health service delivery. They provide counseling, psychosocial support, family strengthening, child protection, case management, and referrals for specialized care. However, Malawi faces a critical shortage of professional social workers and mental health practitioners at both national and district levels. Consequently, service delivery relies heavily on volunteer child protection workers who, despite their commitment, often have limited training, inadequate supervision, and insufficient resources to respond to increasingly complex mental health challenges. First Deputy Speaker, government therefore recognizes the urgent need to recruit and deploy more professional social workers while strengthening the capacity of frontline workers through specialized training in mental health, psychosocial support, suicide prevention, trauma-informed care, and community case management. Another major challenge is inadequate financing. Mental health and psychosocial support programs remain underfunded at both national and district levels, limiting community outreach, awareness campaigns, supervision, workforce development, and the expansion of evidence-based interventions. Sustainable financing is essential to strengthen community-based services, establish digital support systems, recruit additional professional staff, and ensure that every Malawian has timely access to quality mental health care. Speaker, sir, mental health is everyone's responsibility. Families, families, traditional leaders, faith leaders, schools, employers, communities, and the media all have an important role to play in promoting emotional well-being, reducing stigma, and encouraging those experiencing emotional distress to seek help early. Together, we can create communities where people are supported with compassion, dignity, and hope rather than discrimination and silence. Let us be alert. Let us save lives. In conclusion, First Deputy Speaker, government remains fully committed to ensuring that every Malawian has access to quality mental health and psychosocial support services. Through strengthened community-based service delivery, increased investment, a well-trained social service workforce, and strong multi-sectoral collaboration, and suicide, promote resilience, and build healthier, safer, and more productive communities. I, therefore, call upon this Honorable House to support increased investment in mental health and psychosocial support as a national development priority. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker. Thank you so much, honourable members, for your attention.
Thank you very much. Honourable Minister of Gender, you've just tackled the subject, very important to Malawians, and indeed, congratulations to you, Honourable Minister, for Honourable members. According to our own standing orders, members are allowed to seek clarification in form of questions, and the first honourable member to take the floor this afternoon, after that ministerial statement, is the MCP Deputy Whip, Honourable Member for Lilongwe, Demera constituency. You have the floor, Madam.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Lilongwe Demera constituency to ask a question or make a suggestion to the Minister of Gender. Let me first thank my sister for the ministerial statement. And indeed, this is a national development issue. My question is, we have a lot of NGOs, both local and international in the country, that are working in almost every district. Is it not possible to request these non-government organizations to mainstream issues of psychosocial support in their work? Thank you very much.
You. The next on the list is the honour member for Mulanje Southeast. Mulanje Southeast, you have the floor, sir.
First Deputy Speaker, thanks for recognizing the people of Mulanje Southeast. I would want to congratulate the Minister for the elaborate statement that she has made. Mental health is a very important issue that for a very long time has been sidelined in our health systems delivery. Honourable Minister, I just wanted to find out whether you are aware that issues of mental health affecting young men who are in schools is increasing at the moment, and whether you would want to engage these public institutions and ensure that staff for delivery of psychosocial support throughout the country, you also consider public institutions in the country. I beg to meet First Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. The next on that list is the honourable member for Mwanza Central. Mwanza Central, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. I have two questions to the Minister. In your statement, you indicated that government intends to establish a hotline. I just wanted to find out when this hotline will be established, looking at the intensity of the matter. The second question is, in your statement, you've also highlighted that unemployment, drug abuse, domestic violence, poverty are some of the issues affecting to the increase of mental health issues. I just want to find out, Honourable Minister, how your ministry is working with other ministries to address the underlying elements instead of treating the symptoms. Those are the two questions from Mwanza Central. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, I'll take the fourth one, so you can come in after the fourth one. Honourable member for Zomba City North.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for according the people of Zomba City North to ask a question to the able Minister of Gender. But before I do that, allow me to commend her for a well-elaborate statement that she has made that concerns a lot of Malawians, especially knowing that the rising cases of suicide are very alarming. And a lot of people that are vulnerable adolescents and young adults. I wanted to find out from the minister if there are deliberate ways of making sure that the suicides that we are having, especially out of frustration that they are unemployed, and many of them because they are addicted to betting, and these factors are contributing highly unto the suicides that are happening at the moment. I wanted to find out if there are deliberate ways of ensuring that these people are counseled or their counselors readily available so that we protect the young and productive generation that we are losing out at present. Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Honorable Member for Zomba City North for bringing that. Honorable Minister, indeed, we have practical examples here in the House, our relations that are struggling to cope with mental health resulting from betting addictions. And a good friend of mine just lost his life a couple of weeks ago. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Not that he was not employed. He was working, doing everything okay, but he was so addicted to betting and he committed suicide. With those observations, please you can take those questions. Thank you. Honourable Minister, the floor, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. I've received 4 questions. Allow me to start with the last one, Zomba City North. The Member of Parliament for Zomba City North has also expressed concern due to suicide cases among the young people due to betting and other issues. Indeed, young people's mental health is a growing public health and development concern. Many young people face stress, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, bullying, unemployment, family challenges, and other pressures due to social media. As a ministry responsible, let me take this opportunity to thank His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika for creating jobs for the youth. As I'm talking, the government has created almost 600 jobs to the youth through constituency fund. We have seen the government has just released the names for constituency procurement officers, constituency project officers, per constituency. This is something as a country that we can celebrate. Not just the promised 1 million jobs, but the president has fulfilled his promises. So I would like to assure the honorable member that indeed this government is very serious on issues regarding to the young people, because the young people are the future of this country. At the same time, as a ministry, we are strengthening our programs in as far as psychosocial counseling is concerned. We are working hand in hand with the Ministry of Health here. We are also working with some stakeholders to reach out to our youth so that the youth who also get these. Very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Second question comes from Mwanza Central. Mwanza Central would like to know when will the ministry establish this hotline? I would like to assure the honorable member that currently as a ministry, we are at the advanced level, and very soon this hotline will be in operation. Third question comes from Mulanje Southeast, whether I'm aware that young men in schools are also affected with mental health. As I've already indicated in my statement, that we are reaching out, starting from Parliament, from members of Parliament, then we'll go out workplaces, each and every department, each and every sector will be access mental health services. So I would like to assure him that young people that are affected in our schools will also get chance to get these services. Just to add on betting, we are creating awareness campaign, and we are working with the Ministry of Information and other media houses to help us in broadcasting our messages so that people will be able to hear what the ministry is implementing. Thank you so much. Only Lilongwe Damera, allow me, First Deputy Speaker, to ask the member of Parliament to repeat her question. That time I was so excited with the congratulating messages. People are congratulating me. So, so allow give her a floor to repeat her question. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Honour Member for Lilongwe Demera, your honourable sister would like you to be seen on TV again.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. First, I had appreciated the ministerial statement that indeed the issue at hand, it's of national importance because indeed it's a national development priority. My question was that we have a lot of NGOs, both local and international, that are working in almost every district in Malawi. Is it not possible to request these NGOs as they work so that they mainstream issues of mental health and psychosocial support in their work? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Let me thank my honourable sister here for her question. Indeed, the government, through my ministry, are already working with our civil society organizations like UNICEF, and other task forces. We have some task force, we have networking with other NGOs. So what we believe as a ministry is that united we stand, united we can win this battle. That's why we are continuing with these collaborations. We are collaborating with all NGOs, UNICEF, UN Women, all NGOs that are implementing, or what they are implementing is aligned with what we are doing. We are working together with other ministries. So I'd like to assure you that indeed what you have asked is what we are doing. So be assured, honourable sister. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll start with Room Central. Is that supplementary on your earlier question? I will recognize you immediately after Room Central. Room Central, you have the floor.
Thank you, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing people of Room Central. I would like to thank and congratulate the Minister of Gender for a very good report on a very critical matter facing not just the country, but each one of us are affected directly or indirectly. As you alluded to, First Deputy Speaker, a personal example of your friend, me too have been affected through friends as well as family. So I'd like to sincerely thank her for that drive, and I assure you, Honourable Minister, personally, that we will support you on that drive. And I want to share very quickly an experience from my constituency, particularly Kanyerere VDC, where Chief Principal Group Village Headman Mjuma and 55 other chiefs organized interdenominational prayers on the 6th July to address issues of mental health, because in that VDC over the last few months, they have lost 2 chiefs and 2 young people to suicide. I thought I could share this with the minister, but also all of us here, that is a best case to emulate. I think I attended the event on 6th July. It was very nice that in addition to the prayers, there were mental health talks that are addressing exactly the issues you were talking about. So I was very pleased to hear from you, Honourable Minister, through the First Deputy Speaker, that you mentioned your main thrust being community-based services to address this issue. And this example from Chief Mjuma, I think, is appropriate. Finally, through you, First Deputy Speaker, Right Honourable, I would like to reiterate the question on gambling and betting, that maybe the minister could work in detail with their stakeholders to address this issue, because as you mentioned, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, some people may have the jobs. They are the ones who actually bet a lot more. So maybe the ministry can address that with a very robust program. Thank you, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker, and also Minister. Thank you.
Thank you. Mangochi Municipal.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for giving this opportunity to the people of Mangochi Municipality to ask a question. I would like to find out from the able Minister of Gender if she has plans to do some counseling to the people, our brothers and sisters who have arrived in this country from South Africa due to xenophobia attacks. That most of them have gone through a lot. Some have lost properties, some have lost their loved ones. So I would like to find out if the ministry has plans to do some counseling to those that have come from South Africa. I beg to move.
Thank you. For a point of order, what has gone out of order, Mwanza Central?
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. The Honourable Minister responded to one of the questions that I had asked, but there's still one question that was not responded to. So maybe she missed it. I can repeat, but if she has it, maybe she can respond to it.
Repeat the question, Honourable Member.
Thank you very much. I asked the Minister what her ministry is doing to incorporate other ministries to address the issues that she highlighted in her presentation. Issues of unemployment, drug abuse, debt, all those issues. I think they involve other ministries as well. So I just wanted to find out what her ministry is doing to incorporate other ministries to work together on the causes of the thing that we're talking about now.
Thank you. The Honourable Member from Chinji South, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much, Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker. Good afternoon. And I appreciate that you've recognized the people from Chinji South to also contribute on the statement ably delivered in the House by the Honourable Minister of Gender. Honourable Speaker, I want to bring to our attention to the Minister of Gender why we're having more social cycle problems in the country. Honourable Speaker, let me tell you that it takes only a sad person to commit suicide. A happy person cannot commit suicide in most cases. So before maybe we start blaming other things like betting or maybe involving other players as well to take part, we should also look at the plight of our citizens. I'm pretty sure that it is the responsibility of government to make sure that the citizens are having the better life. Honorable Speaker, a parent who has failed to pay school fees for his child can easily commit suicide. A young man who has acquired the normal qualification but failing to get a job can also commit suicide. But also a farmer who has actually grown tobacco but failing to sell can commit suicide. So we should all look into those things before we start blaming or bringing other players in the system. Let me also applaud the government for creating jobs. The minister ably said that it has just created about 600 jobs through the CDF, but maybe that's not enough. We can even do better because there are several other young boys, young girls who are looking for employment. So, Honorable Speaker, before we start blaming others, let's look at how our citizens are living in their respective areas. I so submit.
Very much, Honourable Minister. That's the last set of questions and the observations. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Through you, I'd like to thank the Honourable Member for Rumpi Central for his question and also comments. Thank you, Honourable, for the efforts you took in joining the group Village Juma for interdomination prayers. Through prayers, we can also address these challenges because our God is the good God. So thank you so much. Continue, and next time, please invite me to join these prayers. Thank you, Honorable. And I would like also to thank you for the support you are giving to my ministry through these initiatives. Thank you so much. Please continue. Let's work together. We cannot win this battle alone as a ministry. We need to work hand in hand. Umudzi muli mphamvu. So you have also asked my ministry on the robust programs that we are doing as a ministry. Firstly, I would like to assure you that as a ministry we have a number of initiatives. Number one, social support, as indicated in my ministerial statement. We are also implementing social cash transfer program to those families that are in severe poverty, child-headed families and orphans. As you are aware, the government has just introduced economic empowerment program for women and youth. So my ministry is also championing this initiative by engaging the MEDEF and some stakeholders, including our donors, because the government has started by putting 100 million each and every constituency. So we are also extending the same to our partners so that they will also complement the government's effort. Currently, we are getting positive responses from our stakeholders, including EU, Ireland, the banks, and other stakeholders. They response. And I believe that issues to do with poverty, particularly to our women and the youth, very shortly will be addressed because 100 million that the president has set aside is something that we can celebrate. But at the same time, as are also putting some money. So what we've done in the ministry, we've created a basket so that everyone who wants to take part should put their resources, should put their energy together in order to address this issue. So thank you so much, Honorable. We'll keep you updated. And one of these days, I'll invite you for a cup of tea. Yeah. Thank you. I also invite you, Mr. Kwali, privately. Yeah. First Deputy Speaker, Mwanza Central. Allow me to sincerely apologize to Mwanza Central for skipping one question. The question was to do with unemployment, drug abuse, poverty, and other contributing factors. But I thought I've responded together with Mulanje South, if I'm not mistaken, that the president has already created jobs. The president have already responded to this unemployment issue by creating 600 jobs. And as you are aware that the government has now instructed the ministries and departments to start recruiting people. So the issue of unemployment, particularly to the youth, will also be handled easily the residential directive. And as members of parliament, we are also creating jobs in our constituencies by giving some contracts to young people, those that qualified, those that have registered as contractors. We can also create. So let's work together. Everyone should contribute, everyone should take part in creating jobs to the youth. On drug abuse, we are also working together with the Minister of Homeland Affairs and Minister of Health. Minister of Gender is the chairperson for this committee. I've been meeting and we are addressing this issue. And the social cash transfer is one of the initiatives that is also that we are also implementing to address issues to do with poverty. So be assured, we are not sleeping, we are working day and night. Yes, Honorable Minister. A question from Mangochi Municipal on xenophobia attacks. Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Mangochi Municipal, for your this is also a concern to my ministry, because when these issues comes, women and children are the most vulnerable. So as ministry, firstly, we are working together with the Minister of Foreign Affairs through the Department of Dodoma. And we are providing psychosocial support right there at the border at Mwanza Stadium. And we are also helping our people, particularly those that have been in South Africa for many years. We are helping through family tracing and family reunification. Those that have no go, we are keeping them in our rehabilitation centers, though the ministry is also facing financial challenges, but as house that is helping the Ministry of Finance in allocating funds, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you, honorable members, to help the ministry so that the Minister of Finance should allocate something for this program. Indeed, these people are facing a lot of challenges, but currently we have started we have started to analyze their cases one by one, and some of them will be on social cash transfer immediately. So we are very, very concerned. On Chinji South. Is it possible to ask in Chinji South?
Honourable member from Chinji South, would you please repeat your question to the Honourable Minister?
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. In essence, it was not like a question per se, but the Honourable Minister would rather want to comment. What I was saying, Honourable Minister, is that I wanted to draw you to a reality of saying that it is only sad people that commit suicide. And I gave examples of a parent who is failing to pay school fees, and also a young boy who is failing to get a job, and a farmer who is not able to sell the products. But at the same time, I also applauded the government for the initiative it has taken, employing 600 plus boys. But what I said is, it can do better because there are more of them that are actually looking for employment. But maybe also just to add, I said we cannot simply blame on the other activities like betting, because there is a reason for one to be going to betting. Most probably this person does not have anything to do. So I would think of maybe let me go to bed, probably I'll find something better to do. So yeah, in summary, that's what I raised, Honorable Minister. Thank you so much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, please proceed.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. First of all, allow me to thank the Honourable Member for Nchinji South for his question. Indeed, 5 years, we've been the sad people, and the research showed that the only sad people found in Malawi, we were the sad people due to lack of food, due to a number of challenges that the Malawians have gone through. But we thank God for rescuing us. As I'm talking, we have food in our homes. We are now able to eat 3 times a day. We thank Nkulukuta Moyo for his efforts. The government is doing its best to alleviate poverty through social protection programs, livelihood and economic empowerment initiatives, and job creation efforts. At the same time, we are strengthening mental health and psychosocial support services to assist those experiencing some challenges. First Deputy by the loss of lives through suicide. And we are encouraging everyone who is struggling to seek help. We are encouraging everyone who is failing even to pay his or her caterpillar or facing challenges due to betting. Please come out, tell us. You can come at any police station, tell them that I'm in stress due to betting, I'm in this stress due to Ngongole, Caterpillar, MEDEF. We have a number of people on the list who are failing to pay MEDEF. Please come out. Don't commit suicide. Don't kill yourself. We are here. This is a listening government. So, First Deputy Speaker, let's work together. Let's work with the families, communities, faith-based organizations, and our partners. Government remains committed to restoring hope to those in need. So thank you so much, First Deputy. We are no longer the sad people. We are eating, and very soon, Kulukuta Moyo will solve all these challenges. Very soon. Give him two years. Let's not disturb him. Let's create a conducive environment for our president to work, to solve the problems we are facing as a country. It's very sad. It's very sad to see people talking bad things in the social media, attacking our president. This is very sad. Let's give him time. It's only 8 months in the office. Let's give him time. All the issues, all the challenges we are complaining today will be history. Kulukuta Moyo will leave legacy in this country. So please, honorable members, let's not politicize the poverty, the economic crisis we are in right now. We should not politicize it. Let's give chance to our president. The president is ready to solve. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Chief Whip.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I rise on a point of procedure to move that the House do now tackle government business, item A3.
Chief Whip, can you please clarify? Is it item 4A3? Is it like that? Please, again.
Government business, item 4A3.
Thank you. Table.
Item 4A, Government Business, Ministerial Statement. The Honorable Minister of Gender, Children, Disability, and Social Welfare to present a statement on parenting and early childhood development.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, you can proceed to the dispatch box. Thank you.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for giving me the floor to present a statement. First Deputy Speaker, I rise before this August House to present a ministerial statement on the child care program, focusing on parenting and early childhood development. This program is of national importance and is fundamental to the well-being of our children, the strength of our families, and the future prosperity of our beloved nation. Child care or parenting is a fundamental to building children's health, education, protection, and lifelong success. To achieve this, parents and caregivers play a significant role as children's first teachers, role models. The care, love, guidance, and stimulation provided during the early years of a child's life are crucial, as these shape their cognitive, emotional, social, and physical development and determine their readiness for pre-primary education, productivity in adulthood, and contribution to the national development. First Deputy Speaker, the government recognizes that supporting parents and strengthening families is one of the most cost-effective investments any nation can make, as this contributes to human capital development. Evidence shows that children grow up in nurturing and supportive family environments, complemented by center-based early stimulation, are more likely to succeed in school, enjoy better health, avoid risky behaviors, and become productive citizens. Conversely, poor childcare condition outcomes, malnutrition, violence, substance abuse, unemployment, and intergenerational poverty. First Deputy Speaker, sir, Malawi has one of the youngest populations in the world. According to the 2025 Population and Housing Census, our population stands at approximately 22.7 million, of which over 9.5 million are children below the age of 18, representing nearly 42% of the population. Nearly 3.8 million children are below the age of 5, and underscoring the enormous responsibility and need to invest in the early years of life. First Deputy Speaker, however, many families in Malawi continue to face enormous challenges in discharging their responsibilities. According to the 2024 Malawi Demographic and Health Survey, MDHS, 37.6% of children under the age of 5 are stunted due to chronic malnutrition, affecting brain development, school readiness, and future productivity. This is largely due to inadequate access to nutrition during to early years of life. About 34% of children aged 3 to 4 years receive adequate early stimulation at home through responsive caregiving, including activities such as reading, storytelling, listening to children, providing nutritious food, and playing with parents or caregivers. More than 60% of children continue to live in multidimensional poverty, limiting their access to nutrition, health care, education, and protection services. The government of Malawi, under the leadership of His Excellency, the State President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, has made commendable progress in expanding parenting education and child care services, including early childhood development services, ECD. These services are now being institutionalized and are funded under the Other Recurrent Transactions, ORT, budget under my ministry. The Ministry of Gender, Children, Disability, and Social Welfare, thereby enabling implementation across all districts through collaboration with development partners, civil society organizations, and local authorities. Child care has been integrated into community-based child care centers, CBCCs, P classes, health facilities, child protection structures, social protection programs, and community parenting groups. However, despite these achievements, child care services remain fragmented and institutionalized. Many parents still have limited access to structured parenting education covering responsive caregiving, child nutrition, early stimulation, positive discipline, adolescent parenting, psychosocial support, child protection, and early learning. Traditional family support systems that once guided parenting practices have been weakened by urbanization, migration, changing family structures, and increasing socioeconomic pressures. First Deputy Speaker, sir, government is equally concerned about the availability and the quality of child care services in the country. Malawi currently has approximately 14,000 CBCCs, serving over 1.7 million children, contributing to an increase in access to ECD services from 54% in 2023 to about 62% in 2025. While CBCCs have expanded considerably, many continue to face shortages of caregivers, inadequate infrastructure, insufficient learning materials, limited sanitation facilities, and inadequate nutrition support. Child care services for children below 3 years remain particularly limited, especially in urban and peri-urban areas where many parents are engaged in employment. Furthermore, parenting interventions continue to be delivered through multiple programs using different approaches, resulting in fragmented coordination, inconsistent messaging, and unequal coverage across districts. First Deputy Speaker, in response to these challenges, government through my ministry is developing a national parenting education childcare strategy to provide a coordinated national framework for strengthening parenting skills systems across the country. The strategy seeks to empower parents, guardians, and caregivers with the knowledge, skills, and support required to raise healthy, developed children from their birth through adolescent up to the age of 18. Implementation of the strategy will focus on 6 strategic priorities. First, government will establish a standardized national child care program through harmonized curricula, training manuals, and communication materials. Parenting education will be integrated into health facilities, CBCCs, schools, social protection programs, parenting groups, and other community platforms. Second, government will strengthen child care systems by developing and enforcing national child care standards, improving the quality and child care facilities, training child care providers, and expanding access to safe, inclusive, and stimulating child care services. In this regard, my ministry is currently developing a child training manual for child care services provided in homes and institutions. Third, government will strengthen community support systems through parenting support groups and by engaging traditional leaders, religious leaders, fathers, mothers, young groups, and community volunteers in promoting positive parenting. Fourth, government will implement nationwide social and behavior change communication campaigns using radio, television, digital platforms, and community dialogues to promote nurturing care, response caregiving, early stimulation, gender equitable parenting, and nonviolent discipline. Fifth, government will strengthen institutional capacity through improved coordination among sectors, regular supervision, and capacity building for service providers. First Deputy Speaker, the government is also transforming childcare into a fully recognized profession by making childcare paid work. The process will create job opportunities for women who are already providing childcare work as volunteers. Finally, government will strengthen monitoring, evaluation, and accountability by integrating parenting indicators into national information systems and conducting regular program reviews to inform policy and decision making. First Deputy Speaker, parenting or child care is a shared responsibility. Each one of us has a responsibility to ensure that every child grows up in a safe, loving, and stimulating environment where they can survive, thrive, and reach their full potential.
Honourable members, let's listen to the statement in silence. There are 3 or 4 caucuses taking place so far. I'll be mentioning your names. There's 1 in opposition, 1 caucus, 3 in the government side. Let's maintain order. Honourable Minister, you still have time to present your paper.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Parenting or child care is a shared responsibility. Each one of us has a responsibility to ensure that every child grows up in a safe, loving, and stimulating environment where they can survive, thrive, and reach their full potential. By strengthening parenting education and support, we will build stronger families, improve child well-being, enhance educational achievement, reduce poverty and violence, and secure the human capital required to achieve the aspirations of the National Development Agenda, Malawi 2063. This will contribute towards mindset change that promotes integrity across the targeted population. effective governance systems and institutions that operationalize governance issues required in the human capital development, which ensures a productive, globally competitive, and healthy population that can contribute to inclusive wealth creation and sustainable development in the country. I therefore call upon this Honourable House to support the implementation of the National Child Care and Support Programme and to champion increased investment in parenting as a national development priority. As members of this Honourable House, we have a collective responsibility to safeguard the future of our children by ensuring that parenting and child care receive the attention and investment they deserve. The choices we make today will shape the generation that will lead Malawi tomorrow. Let us unite in strengthening families, supporting parents, and creating an environment where every child has an equal opportunity to grow, learn, thrive, and contribute meaningfully to the development of our nation. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Thank you, honourable members, for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the statement. Honour members, honour members, order to my right. At some point, I did rule in the morning about these hugs. They were unparliamentary, but this one I think is very unspiritual. The one very, very unspiritual. So being done by my uncle, I'll still not rule anything on you, sir. You are very safe. Honorable colleagues, I will request for clarifications, and we'll start with the people of Desamayani. Desamayani, you have the floor. Chair of chairs for this parliament. Thank you, sir.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to thank your office for recognizing the people of Senior Chief Tambala and Senior Chief Chauma to ask the Honorable Minister, the beautiful Minister responsible for social welfare in Malawi and children. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I just wanted to understand from the Honorable Minister the issues that are surrounding parenting and childcare in Malawi, considering that this ministry does not have government paid employees deep down in our constituencies. Of great concern, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, is the care for children who are of the ages between 3 and 5, because these are supposed to be sometimes in institutions such as early child development centers, the ECDs. And there, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, we are only relying on volunteers. I think as a country we are not doing justice to our children if we will only rely on volunteers instead of people who can be dedicated to that work that they can be paid. And the other issue I want to bring to the Honorable Minister, that I want to see how they are going to address that, is the issue of social workers. In Malawi, we have a lot of social gaps, and we need the full-time staff to be working on social issues so that they can even be checking in homes on how people are taking care of their children. Because the The abuses we see, mostly we learn about the teenagers, about sexual abuse and the rest because they can speak. What about the little ones, the 7-year-olds who are in their homes and are sometimes even being abused by the parents themselves? We need social workers, and I want to learn from her ministry, what are the plans that they are having in terms of employing social workers and early childhood caregivers and other trainers for good childhood development, taking consideration that the president has lifted a ban on some employments. Can't we take that as an advantage also to extend to the social sector, not just the Ministry of Health and the Education, but also the social sector? That's my long question, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's recognize the honorable member from Zimba South. Zimba South, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving the people of Zimba South to ask a question to the Minister of Gender. Firstly, let me and congratulate Madam Minister of Gender for a comprehensive statement on child care program, which is focusing on parenting and early child development. My question will be a little bit similar with my colleague. I was closely looking at this statement, which is really comprehensive enough, but it didn't come open because most of the problems that we find there is about the caregivers. They are doing a good job on the ground, but as government, as Malawi, we don't really consider them much. I wanted you to come out very clear if maybe this program can have a remuneration attached to them so that at least in the next budget we can celebrate to say yes, the caregivers that are taking care of our children, when they work, at least they'll go out with something so that they can also be hardworking. That's the only area that I wanted you to come out very clear so that at least the caregivers there down the line, down on the ground, can have some hope that this program will really have an impact also to their families. Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Then we go to the honour member for Nkatabe South. Honour member, you have the floor, madam. You please request for the microphone again. Thank you. You have the floor, honourable member.
Thank you, Honourable First Deputy Speaker, sir, for allowing Nkatabe South constituency to make a comment on the very detailed and touching statement that the Minister of Gender has provided for us today. But before I give a question, I want to commend her for allowing the Day of the African Child this year was done in our constituency in TA Fukamapiri. It was very touching to see her commitment and passion for the young children that were present there who came from across the country. I could read her when she went around and greeted the young children and played with them, that indeed she deserves to be in that ministry. Having learned from her speech about the goodness of having early childhood development in this country, she also mentioned about the defects of malnutrition of these children. So my question through you, sir, First Deputy Speaker, is whether her ministry could reintroduce the homecraft department, because these homecraft workers were able to go around the villages and teach child and nutrition, because a hungry child or a minority child, even if she's provided for, conducive learning materials in the ECD centers, but if she's malnourished or he's malnourished, then the learning purpose will not do its function well. But also, if it was possible to reintroduce a fully fledged adult literacy, because these young children sometimes they challenge their parents. When they say, bring your book, I want to see what you have written. The child will say, Mom, you don't know how to read and write, and they run off. So if this was fully introduced as it was before, it would support the effort that the government, through the Ministry of Gender, is trying to address. I think there's a Chichewa proverb which says, mera poyamba, something like that, which means that if the country misses to develop these children at the tender age of 1 to 6, then we are missing. We can be doing everything up there, but the most groundwork that the country needs to develop this country, looking, hearing at the population of these young children, then is to go back and redo and redress this problem of child development. We have these ECDs, First Deputy Speaker, but they're not conducive. They don't have the facilities that are needed. We need facilities that can actually have all the amenities for early childhood learning. We don't need expensive things that are found in UK. We need to use our own natural resources that are found in the environment where these children are coming from or they are surrounded with. So first, the Deputy Speaker, sir, I want to commend the ministry through our minister, and I want to pledge support that I'll do whatever I can in my constituency with the people there to do whatever we can to support this government's effort. We will be waiting on you. We can do what we can, but we still need your support so that we can be an exemplary constituency in the country on ECDs. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. I did allow you to debate, although it was supposed to be a question. It's because you are my mom, so I had to do that. Honourable colleagues, Lilongwe Likuni, for your question.
Thank you very much, Second Deputy Speaker. It's good to ask questions to the minister or to the ministry, but we need to recommend where the ministry or the minister is doing well. I came in this parliament, I presented the issue of young girl Toela Banda. The ministry came in very fast and the guy is in custody as we're talking. We are proud of you. The ministry came to Nkwenembera village, close to Chisembwere, Sinda, for disability issue. They promised us wheelchair. Thank you very much and we're waiting. Good job.
I thought I saw the honorable member from Zimba Northeast on the list. I thought I saw you, and you know why I cannot miss to mention you. She is our former speaker, right honorable speaker of this house. Madam, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Zimba Northeast to ask the Honorable Minister of Gender questions. First and foremost, let me thank the Honorable Minister for the well-delivered statement and also the passion that she has for early childhood development. I just wanted to find out from her, Honorable Minister, that one of the most important components of child development, it's the feeding, the eating, the issues of malnutrition that have been stated by Nkata Bay South. I just wanted to know if there are any possibilities that her ministry can extend the feeding programs that are taking place under many meals, if they could also be supported in the early childhood development centers, because some of the children that go to these centers go there hungry, and in the process it's very, very difficult for them to concentrate in their early childhood learning centers if they have not been properly fed. But also to find out, a long time ago there used to be a lot of programs on malnutrition in the hospitals where malnourished children were being given supplementary feeding, which helped those children and mothers to ensure that the brain development of these children is good. If we can't feed them well, no matter how many ECD centers we build, we'll still not help them to develop in their brains if we can't feed them. I just wanted to find out, Honorable Minister, what plans do you have, knowing that you're such a caring minister, for these children in terms of feeding, but also in terms of malnutrition through our hospitals, which obviously the Minister of Health used to do. But I think it would be important that we shouldn't just look at them when they go to the hospital, but also if they go to these centers. I know that we have been told that CDF will also be allowed to apportion some resources for early childhood development. It would be also important to make sure that these centers start generating income in terms of having food in their centers. For example, I do have some communities in my constituency who are willing to farm, who are willing to grow maize specifically to contribute to this early childhood development. But obviously, the biggest challenge is always fertilizer. Is there any possibility that we can find resources so that we shouldn't continue thinking of giving handouts all the times, because obviously it becomes unsustainable, but maybe assist these early childhood centers with fertilizer that they can use to grow maize so that they feed the children right in their home state. But thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for the passion that you have for the children of this country. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Member for Doa Mpuzu Ongolo. You have removed yourself. Welcome back.
Thank you,
You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. Firstly, I should appreciate the Minister for the wonderful statement, parenting and the development of the ECD in our country. I have a question. My question is relating to the budget. Out of the education budget, it's almost 2% that is allocated to the ECDs. What plans do you have to increase the ECD budget? That should be also including increasing caregivers, and also how will we ensure that at least a constituency has one government-sanctioned ECD, at least in one of the in the constituencies or in the villages that we are coming from. Some of us, we hear of the ECDs here in the parliament, or we see it in the neighborhoods. We don't have some of these facilities where we are coming from. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you. The last one is the Honorable Member for Chitipa North. Chitipa North, you have the floor, Madam.
Thank you very much, our First Deputy Speaker, sir, for recognizing the people of Chitipa North constituency. Firstly, I would like also to congratulate our Minister of Gender for the well-articulated statement that you have shared. We really appreciate. I just wanted to understand if we have, do we have the standardized curriculum, especially for these volunteers who teach in our CBCCs in the communities, so that also further, if we have them translated into our local languages, that they can be delivering to these children so that we can catch them young with all the informations that we need in those CBCC where they're based. And further than that, I wanted also to echo with one of the MPs who shared that these volunteers that work in these CBCCs, they work on a voluntary basis. And they also volunteer their time and everything. So I feel we also need to consider them with a little something that they can also, like not really salary, but just a stipend to appreciate for the job that they do. The last one, do we have any monitoring mechanism or monitoring system to monitor what they are teaching in these schools, in these CBCCs in our communities, so that we can also have a variety and see if we will have a standardized whatever they teach is in line with what we want, as we want to catch these ones at their young tender age. Thank you so much. The people of Chitipa North constituency submit.
Thank you. With those questions, Honourable Minister, when we arrive back from a health break, you will be given an opportunity to go through all the questions that have been raised. You have been doing a lot of work this afternoon. This break is dedicated to your office. If you are inviting all of us for tea, we will come to your place for tea, but we are a big family here. I don't know if you will. Honour members, it is 15:40. I therefore suspend proceedings for a half break. The House will resume sitting at 16:10 p.m. House suspended.